What's up, crafters? So you know that there's a lot of free SVG sites out there, but you need to know exactly how to go about uploading those freebies into Cricut Design Space. Let me walk you through the whole process. So as you may or may not know, there are a ton of free sites where you can grab free SVGs, and most of these sites are coming with commercial use, which is a huge game changer, especially if you're selling these end products to customers and making money. For the purposes of this video, let's go ahead and get on our computers and slide on over to designbundles.net, and I'll show you what to do. So this is designbundles.net, one of the major marketplaces for getting SVG files, and honestly, everything. Like, they've got literally everything here. So this is an excellent resource to go ahead and bookmark. Have this in your arsenal at the ready because you're going to be coming back to it a lot. You're going to use this top navigation bar and go over to free designs. Now, this changes constantly. There are a lot of these things that will always be here, and they add new freebies all the time. If we go to sort by and go to newest, this is going to be the newest stuff that is available. This right here, this FPOTW, this is the freebie of the week. So whatever this product is, know that it changes out every single Friday. You only have from Friday until the next Friday about noon-ish, I think is when they do the switch, or maybe it's 11 o'clock. Either way, you've got one solid week to grab that freebie. So if you pop on over here and you like it, you love it, grab it, because there is no guarantee that you are going to remember to get it before it expires. Trust me on this one. Now, unless you have like their Plus membership thing, you can grab these anytime because they automatically get added to your account. But if you end up not paying for the subscription 1 month or whatever, you're locked out of that stuff. So just grab it if you like it. So I'm going to grab just any freebie available. I'm going to try not to put too much thought into it because I could spend literally all day doing this. So let's go ahead and grab this little baby deer with the flowers. It will pop up something like this. Go to wherever you have this thing saved at, and you'll see a zip file, and you are going to want to right click this zip file and go to extract all. Your process might look a little different, but we're just going to extract the contents of this zip folder. So this is what we are looking at, right? You're going to have this DS store file, some random little things that Design Bundles puts in. We can go ahead and delete this stuff because we don't need it. So more than likely, when you open up this folder, it's gonna look something like this. Some of these might be different icons depending on what programs you have installed on your computer, and one of these might look like the Microsoft Edge or Microsoft Explorer thing. That tends to be the SVG file. What you can do is go up to View and go to Details, and this will sort by so you can see the type of file that you're looking at. So this top one is a DXF file. This is for Silhouette users. So unless you have a Silhouette or a Cameo or whatever, you don't need this. Absolutely delete it. We're not about keeping things that we don't need in 2023 because it's just gonna wear down space and memory and all that other stuff, and it's gonna be one more thing you need to keep track of, and you just don't need it. The EPS file, unless you plan on going in and changing out things inside of a vector program like Illustrator or Inkscape or Affinity, I think is another one. Unless you plan on really editing this vector file, you don't need this one, so you can just go ahead and delete that. The JPEG, you can keep it if you want to be able to preview it, but honestly, it's not really needed. The PDF, again, is another thing that unless you have a project that you plan on making where you want to keep this, you can delete it. You can save multiple file types from an SVG file with like converters and things like that. So you really don't need to keep everything. And this particular freebie is actually available all the time inside of Design Bundles free section. So it's nothing that I'm too worried about keeping all those extra files. You can install a SVG viewer on your computer in order to see the SVG files like what I'm seeing right now. But if you don't want to install another app on your computer, I totally get it. You can keep that PNG file so that you can kind of reference it. So we've got our PNG file and our SVG file. We are going to pull up Cricut Design Space and we are going to upload that SVG. All right, so now that Cricut Design Space is open, I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of that. We are going to go to New Project and then click this Upload button. We're going to click on Upload Image and we're going to browse this. Now, okay, so you can do it of one of two ways, right? You can either open up your folder and just drag in the SVG file and like there it is. Or you can go and do like the browse and then the find. But you know, if you've got an insane amount of things on your computer, this might not be the most fun route. So, you know, just pick your poison, whichever one you want to do. You do you. So you got your SVG inside of here. Here is the important parts for finding this at a later date. And I say this as someone who has had to re-upload countless SVGs because I did not do this. Because I was like, it's no big deal. It is. It is a big deal. It is a big deal for future you. If you want to save future you some problems, definitely do this step. But if you are like, that is a problem for future you and you could care less, then, you know, just ignore this part. So change your file name to something that is going to help you distinguish this file. Add in your tags as additional ways to find said file later. So, dear baby, cute baby decor, flower deer. Fill out tag option thingies. Anything that, like, you know, you will think of when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're still crafting your sweet little heart out, trying to finish a project. Whatever floats your boat. Go to upload. And now it is inside of Cricut library, your Cricut library. Click on this. And the bottom right hand side is going to say add to canvas. We're going to add this to our canvas. And voila. There it is. It is inside of Cricut Design Space, ready for you to cut. And it's literally that easy to start collecting those freebies and uploading those freebies and doing all the things. Now, I'm going to go on a side quest. So when you've got this, you'll see from different designers create their SVG files differently. So this, before you go to cut this, you are absolutely going to want to attach all of these pieces. And I say that because, give me 1 second. So I say you want to attach all of these pieces because we're going to make this purple. So the purple is our attached design and the black is uploaded as is. When you go to make it, the black will take all those little tiny pieces that were inside of it, like the eyes and the little dots on the deer, and it will save you as much space as Cricut automatically does, kind of thing. Clearly, this is wrong. It's not going to save you any space doing this, and you will have to go through and individually piece all of those things back together. But the attached version has all of the things together. So make sure you attach the things, unless of course you're trying to do different things like that. Let's say you wanted to have the deer one color, right? So we'll ungroup the deer. We'll make the deer purple, and then all of these things, let's say blue. You of course can do it like that. Just make sure that these things are attached together unless you really just want to individually piece the items. I mean, it's up to you. Attaching will keep the things together, or welding will keep the things together and then save you a little bit of headache, but take up more vinyl space. But if you're set on saving as much vinyl, especially with those scrap pieces, because everyone has scrap pieces that are like so small, you never know what you're going to do with them, but you also don't want to get rid of it because what if I need it one day? So I don't know. Weigh your options. It's a thing. Just weigh your options, figure out which direction you want to go with. So yeah, it is literally that easy to upload all of those free SVG files into Cricut Design Space and start making amazing things today. So another thing that's really cool about this design is because it's an outline, we can actually use Cricut Design Space and the contour feature and create different layers, turning this from an outline to a full colored illustration in a layerable like thing with all of the different color vinyls and stuff like that. And if you're interested in seeing how that is, check out that video there.